An interesting contemporary question is with regards to whether one fulfills the mitzvah of Perur if one has children through IVF. Now you may be thinking, how can this be discussed? Where can a source be found to decide either way whether one fulfills the mitzvah of Perur or not? So actually, this question in its ancient form was discussed. So in the Gemara, there is already a concept of a woman becoming pregnant not directly through cohabitation. In the Gemara, it's known as Nit'abra be'ambati, a woman who became pregnant in the bathhouse. In those times, it was believed that it's possible for a woman to become pregnant through the zera, through the semen of a man, even if it wasn't through the act of cohabitation, but somehow it entered her and she could fall pregnant from that. Now's not the place to go into the science of this, and nowadays, clearly that's not accepted scientifically. But there is such a concept in the Gemara of nit'abra be'ambati, that a woman falls pregnant not from the act of cohabitation, but rather from semen which she picks up in a public place, such as in the bathhouse. That's clear. There is such a concept. But it's not discussed there whether the person who the semen comes from fulfills the mitzvah of Perur. There is a book called Likutei Maharil from about the 1400s, which is a book which there is questions about it, how authoritative it is. But in any case, in this book it claims that Ben Sira was the son of Yirmiyahu HaNavi. And although Yirmiyahu HaNavi didn't actively have Ben Sira, what happened is the mother of Ben Sira had within her, was put within her in the ambati, in the bathhouse, the semen of Yirmiyahu. That's what happened. This is what this book claims. Now again, we don't need to go into the science of it or how authoritative it is, but that's what it claims. And Sira is the gematria of Yirmiyah, and so that's what it claims, and that Ben Sira was actually the son of Yirmiyah. And so already 400 years ago, one of the primary commentaries on the Shulchan Aruch, Hilkat Mehokek from Lithuania, said that according to this, it would seem that a woman who became pregnant with the semen of a man, that man has fulfilled the mitzvah of Perur. Others questioned this, and they said that, who said that you learned from this that you fulfilled the mitzvah of Perur? And it goes down to the what we discussed a couple of days ago, what the mitzvah of Perur is. If it's the result, then one could argue strongly. The result is that children are born, and so one has fulfilled the mitzvah of Perur. Whereas if it's according to the other understanding of Moshe Feinstein, that the mitzvah is that a person does an action to be able to bring about children, no action has been done to be able to bring about children. And so seemingly one could argue it's dependent upon that. However, Moshe Feinstein himself and other contemporary poskim, Blazer Waldenberg, HaEzer, and others, all write that here, in this case with IVF, according to all opinions, one would have fulfilled the mitzvah of Perur. The reason being is because in the process of IVF, one actively does an action to be able to bring about for the husband, for the man's semen to be able to be impregnated in his wife, to be able to bring about children. Even if there isn't a full act of cohabitation, but there is a clear action with the intent of bringing about a child, and that, according to all opinions, would suffice. According to the opinion that it's dependent upon the result, there is a result of a child when the child is born, and even according to the opinion that one doesn't need to do an action. An action is done for the purposes of bringing a child. And therefore, halacha, and this is accepted by the poskim across the world, that one who has children through the process of IVF has fulfilled the mitzvah of Perur Urvu. It's a bit of a roundabout way how we got to this conclusion, and perhaps some strange incidents, how exactly we got to this, but this is the final halacha, the one who fulfills one fulfills Puruvo through IVF.